over the mic and notify the Discord, change the title on YouTube, all that stuff, and then we'll get into it. So today we're going to be doing the Gauntlet. And, well, for the first thing I guess technically we have to do is try to beat Genichiro, because my goal sort of is to... I want to get him down pat pretty well, where it's almost, not flawless, but flawless enough that I'm not going to die, because I don't want to have to keep fighting Lady Butterfly, and Gonichiwa, whatever the guy's name is, he screams, "My name is..." That dude that comes running out screaming. They're both easy to fight, but just if I could, like... Yeah, I feel like I don't have a... I feel like it's too risky still to just try to go after whatever the hell his name is, Genichiro in the Gauntlet. So if we can get Genichiro... we haven't even killed Lightning Genichiro yet, technically, anyways. So we'll try to do it that way. If we get him down pat, I think that's huge, and then we can do the Gauntlet. So that's what today's stream will be. I believe that if we do it, we get something too, like an ability or something. I thought someone mentioned that last time. I thought they said like a dance or something. It's like that's the name of the ability. It's not actually like an actual like dance. I thought it was an emote the first time they said it. I was thinking like, oh, like because we're at the end of the game, so I thought maybe they were giving you like silly items now for like your next playthrough where you could like dance or some shit, which would have been strange for Sekiro, but still. 1 sec, I'm just bringing up live. I'm gonna notify the Discord. Stand on head, it's wonderful to see you. How are you? But I think you get an ability if you do this. Today is the last day, I believe, we're playing Sekiro. For those that might care, I believe the next game we're playing, the one that won the poll, at least so far, is Batman. So I'm okay with that. Batman seems like a lot of fun. Arkham Asylum, it's probably only going to take 1 or 2 streams, maybe a little bit more, but it's a fairly short game. But it's a brilliant game. Love it very much. A lot of fun. Just going to get Twitch to open up on the phones. It's not really working. Sorry. There we go. Just make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, I think we're good. Hope you're having a nice day, Stand. All right. Let's get into it. The game ended. That's quit game. Interesting. Huh. Well, that's strange. We always save it. Yeah, well, I got accused of being an iced coffee addict last time. Of course, I got it again this time, and I am an iced coffee addict. I think it was Vanilla that said it, if I remember correctly. See, it's the coffee that's helping me remember. But he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Typically incorrect. It's great to see you. How are you? Hope you're having a lovely day. All right, boys. Let's turn on the sound. I forgot. I turned it off. I wanted to give it 1 or 2 more attempts after stream just to try to get the flow of combat right, because he was kicking my ass. And I just turned the sound off because I was just sick of like the parrying. I forgot about that too. That's awesome. That's really cool to see. Well, I appreciate it. Typically incorrect. I sincerely do. It's really cool. I don't know if how well versed you are. Typically incorrect with like these Souls games, but the gauntlets. If you do the New Game Plus, do you still have access to like these gauntlets? And are they harder because it's New Game Plus, or is it the same difficulty? Because my understanding is the gauntlet scales regardless of like what your stats are. I think that the bosses are just tougher, and your stats I thought also scale or something. Like I don't think you would like out level it. I think it like caps you to a certain point. That was my understanding from what I read. The gauntlets stay. Okay, cool. Because maybe we'll like if we do the one gauntlet. I don't know if we do the other one yet, but maybe we'll try New Game Plus today if we still have a little bit extra time before stream ends. Just as something to do, or we could try the gauntlet, the second gauntlet. I mean, look, I'm saying if we even get the first one, who knows, right? Like, they stay similar difficulty. Okay, very cool. Would you? I think I might have asked this before. I don't remember. Oh, it increases with more memories. Oh shit. Okay, interesting. So, New Game Plus is easier than your first playthrough, then maybe because you're doing so much extra damage. Is that my understanding then? Even though you take more damage, I feel like you hit more like a truck the more bosses you kill. It starts really like stacking up. Wow, okay, cool. So it'll be a bit of a... Here we go, we already screwed up a little bit, but... These are practice runs. Gotta get in the right headspace for this. Oof, ouch, bro. Jesus, see? There you go. That's our first one. That's our first death for today. So, stand on head. You got espresso today? What do you have? It's always espresso with you, I think, right? You just prefer espresso, I think, to coffee now. That's a Makiri. Jesus, that stun gets you, man. The HP damage they do don't become as painful until new game +4. Ah, interesting. Interesting. Wow, so they give you... So after you go through, like, this arduous journey of beating the entire game once, they give you, like, 2 free run-throughs of the game to have a little bit of fun, feel overpowered, and then they kick your ass again. That's funny. And it caps at new game 7, right? Like, you could keep going, I think, but I think the difficulty stops after 7, was my understanding. Oh wow! You're in the sciences. That's amazing. I didn't know that. Unless maybe you told me and I forgot. But may I ask what you studied? That's really cool. God, please say like space or something. I have so many questions. If you studied like, like an astrophysicist. Oh, mechanical engineering. Jesus Christ, that's crazy. That's crazy intelligent. Holy moly! People like you run the world. What are you doing watching this stream? Jesus Christ. Aren't there smarter things you can watch? Holy moly, man. Jesus. Got me there. I missed that shit. That would have helped, though, maintain his posture a little bit. No, it's not bad for... We may get him phase 1, at least. That's a jump. Alright, well, we got it anyways. Oh, I somehow missed that. I don't know how I missed that. Ah, well, congratulations on finishing your first year. That's really exciting. So, are you enjoying it so far? Is it as hard as maybe you expected it to be? I guess if you enjoy it, it's still, like, fun. You know, to a degree, I guess. So correct me if I'm wrong. Yep, wow. Moved to Texas. That's like building bridges and stuff, right? That's my understanding? Or like structures, right? Like making sure the structures have like are like safe. So I'm gonna reset in just a second. Yeah, I fucked that up. I fucked up that rotation. Oh, Makiri, perfect. That doesn't seem to... I thought that would build his, but it just maintains it, I guess. That's nice. Oof, he broke my posture. That sucks. Nice. Well, how did I screw that up? Yikes, bro. Got lucky there. Got very lucky with that dodge. Very lucky again with that dodge. That was a messed up Akiri. We still got lucky. It's getting pretty full. I gotta get this perfect though. It has to get to be perfect or I die. Wow, very perfect. That's crazy. Now we have to phase 3. Okay, I gotta run though and heal really fast. He's gonna come right at me with the Makiri. So I gotta, oh shit. Shit, that was lucky, man. I gotta get out of this corner, man. Are you kidding? Oh, I jumped into that like an idiot. That's GG. Take the res. I thought that was a jump. Oh, defense automotive. That's really sick. Holy moly. I can't tell what's going on. Jesus. Jesus. Heal up. Shocked. Am I not dead? I'm not dead from that, really? That's death. Wow, that was a pretty good like second or third attempt. The bridges part is civil engineering. Okay, interesting. Movement forces of some mechanisms. That's really cool. Holy moly. Oh, are you in Canada? I didn't realize that. Shit. I don't know why I didn't realize that. So am I. Wow. Yeah, I guess Texas, is that where NASA is located? Is it Houston, I guess? Houston, Texas? Or is that just in the movies? Wow. That's amazing. Well, I mean, like, I feel like anything with that job is, like, incredibly important. I feel like we need these kinds of jobs to make the world go round. Most defense companies are based in Texas. That's interesting. Wow, that's really cool. Man, were you always into engineering as a kid? And you just, because I think it's so interesting how engineers think, like, even with, like, mundane problems or modern problems, they just, their brains are built different. And I think it's so fascinating how that's always, like, I noticed that with, like, some of my friends that have gone into, like, those kinds of fields and stuff. They're always very handy. In a sense, like, a little bit superhuman in a sense. It's interesting. Right, I've heard those names before. Yeah. That's like military defense and stuff, I would imagine. I know the names more than I know exactly what they do. I'd be lying if I was like said I knew exactly. Oh, wow, we got lucky here. Damn, we got really lucky this phase. That was a quick phase. Wow, that was a really fast phase one. Just study a ton. Interesting. Well, that's how I feel about doctors, actually. I've learned that recently with doctors. That doctors aren't as smart as people think. They're just very good at memorization, compared to, like, some scientists, I think, require a little bit more creativity. And that came from a doctor, actually. A doctor told me that doctors, you just have to get really good at memorization, a lot of what being a doctor is. Depending on the type of doctor you are. I think surgeons might be a little bit different. You have to think a little bit more on your feet. But I think a general practitioner, for example, isn't as intense as, like, having to do open heart surgery or brain surgery or stuff like that. But even amongst surgeons, I think there's some surgeons are better than others because they think of things that other surgeons may not have thought of, and that's what makes them, like, stand apart. You know, they get really sort of, like, sounds silly, but like Dr. House, I guess. He's not a surgeon, but I've heard stories of people that were given not a death sentence, but like. We're in phase 3. They were given, like, a diagnosis, and then they saw another doctor who's, like, has some kind of experimental thing that no one's really ever heard of, and that turned out to, like, really save their life, and they're, you know, happy living many, many more years. And they're like, it's all because this one doctor thought outside the box, which is just an interesting story. I've heard that many times, actually. Jesus. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted. I'm too late with that. I gotta do it later. I'm jumping too quick. Oh, that's a jump. That was a jump. Comes from the math we actually do as much as I hate to admit it. Well, it's interesting. Look, math is like another language, right? It's amazing. I think it's incredible. I don't remember who it was that I was listening to. It was a podcast with someone. Someone got quite sick, and their doctor's like, "This has got to be this, and there's nothing we can do about it." And they saw another surgeon who said it could be this, something else, some other unheard of disease, and there's very little knowledge on that. And the surgeon tried this very rare procedure that's very rarely been done, and it ended up saving the person's life. And they're still around, and he's like, I probably would have been dead by now if this surgeon wouldn't have thought of that creative solution. The other doctors didn't even know of this surgery, but this one surgeon. And he said, like, that's why I'm the best at what I do. And it's funny that he has that confidence, because I guess he's right, because he did save this person's life. I don't remember what it was. I think it was something to do with the heart. It was a very experimental operation. Experimental, I mean, that's what the person said. But I've heard that's a story like that many times, where, like, there's one doctor surgeon that's like what if we try this? Which, it's a long shot, but like they're gonna die anyway, so like maybe it'll work. And usually it does. I mean, at least from the stories you hear, right? I mean, maybe you don't hear the stories where they die, but it's just, it sounds like a movie when you hear those kinds of stories, you know, so, I don't know. Do you know who Eric Weinstein is? I think his name is Eric Weinstein, yeah. I've heard him a few times in different interviews. I think he's a mathematician. It's crazy when you hear him talk about math. I think he's, it's crazy. He was talking about, I think, the structure of the universe at one point. I was listening to an interview with him, and just the way he breaks it down using math and trying to explain, like, I guess it was physics. I'm too stupid to really know what he's talking about, but it just sounds really fascinating to listen to, I'll be honest with you. You know, I'm way out of my element here, if that's not obvious, but I think it's incredible that people have such a strong understanding of the way the world works, especially when for the majority of the world it's such a foreign concept they never even consider. Because without these people, like, we'd be still living in the Dark Ages, I feel like. People like yourself, right? And even if you're just saying it's memorization, still, you're putting the work in. You know, that's more than the average person, I think, is willing to do or even can try to do. This is a bad run. I think some people just aren't as good at, like, studying or retaining information, so, I mean, thank God people like you exist. Well, this will be a practice run. I mean, if we take the res, we can, but... Good practice. Damn. And it's not to diminish, like, the importance of, like, art, history, or, you know, we need musicians, too. What's funny is the mathematicians of the world, the doctors, the scientists, it's almost like they appreciate the artists more than anyone else does, almost because like it's you want what you can't have. That's what I've noticed. That's from my experience. The people that are like super brainiacs, they have such reverence for these artists and guitar players and musicians and filmmakers because that's all they wanted to do, but they were born with the science brain. And often it's the other way around. So, you know, it's just, I don't know. I think it's fascinating. Hey, Denoth, it's great to see you. I've heard many times scientists like gush over musicians, or, you know, they love records or films, and often the films aren't even necessarily accurate, like 2001 Space Odyssey, stuff like that. And they're like, so it doesn't have to be accurate. It's just, it's so stunning. It's art. It's beautiful. It's like, I think it's so funny how like people that don't really understand it criticize it for not being realistic, and the people that actually understand how it works, like, yeah, it's not realistic, but for what it is, it's beautiful. So I don't know. I noticed that a lot. Like, you know, the Twitter critics or whatever, you know, Reddit, whatever. Even just film critics from earlier, before the internet, I guess, existed. Everybody's a critic, I guess they say, right? I've always just loved expression, art, but at the same time, I was at science, was really cool. I'm not smart enough to really understand it, but I saw Sean Carroll, if you know who that is, was on Rogan recently, I believe. I don't know how people feel about Joe Rogan, but Sean Carroll, I think, is an astrophysicist, and his interviews have always been so fascinating, because he's so good at breaking down these complicated ideas, so anyone can understand them, much like Bill Nye, I think. And I find it so interesting to listen to, because space is such a cool concept that, like, I just feel like day to day you don't think about, because, you know, you get busy with bills and stuff, but it's amazing just to know, like, it exists all the time, and it's so foreign to, like, how we understand, like, how the world works. Man, we're just getting deep into stoner talk, huh? I've already had too much coffee. Jesus, I'm screwing up these parries. It's not even because I'm talking. I'm just messing up the flow. I got to get into it. Like, what happens is all of a sudden it clicks. We got to phase 3 that one time. Usually, I find like within like 15 minutes of like warming up, all of a sudden like we get into the groove a little bit more. This is why, like, we haven't even killed it or Genichiro, but I really want to get it down pat. So when we do the Gauntlet, we can get it, because otherwise we're just gonna keep like resetting and having to do the other 2 fights, which aren't too bad, but I want to feel like I have a better chance of getting it, you know, after fighting the other 2 bosses. Thankfully, Lady Butterfly is not too bad. The other guy's a piece of cake, but Lady Butterfly is... I was stupid. I knew there was distance, and I still attacked. Though, I don't know why sometimes that Makiri doesn't work. It's strange. Yeah, that time I thought I parried that, but I guess not. Okay, let's keep our distance for a sec. Got safe. Okay, we're good. One more time. Jesus. That time it worked. I take my fingers off the controller just to be safe. Have any of you guys played Batman Arkham Asylum? It's a pretty fun game. I thought voice acting is absolutely phenomenal, I find. I mean, I'm a big Batman fan, though, so that's why, you know, like, I love Mark Hamill. He's one of my favorite Jokers. I'm pretty sure Arlene Sorkin, at least in the first one. Damn it, I gotta remember, you can't hit him when he does that. I gotta close the gap, it's more important. We'll get into phase 2 at least. Or not. Yeah, yeah, we killed Demon of Hatred. Oh shit, did you miss it last stream? Oh no. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. It's honestly such a gift to be able to work in such a field, to be able to understand it. Most people don't really get that opportunity. An expedition? Oh, you're so kind. You're talking about Night Rain, huh? That's so fun, dude. I'm gonna hopefully within the next like few months, I'm hoping to grab it. If you're still into it, then I would love to play it. Looks like I mean, from what I've seen, I'm trying to avoid like spoilers for the most part, but I feel like I'm gonna spend so much. I saw Wukong was also on sale. They're very similar in price now, not that much, but like Wukong's a little bit more still. But I feel like Night Rain has way more replayability than Wukong. So if there was one that I would rather like spend the money on, I would much rather it be Night Rain. I feel like. Damn, why does that not Kiri? Why do I run forward? I don't understand. Just reset that. That's ridiculous. That's amazing. Wow. Cool. I'm thrilled. Look, nothing I love more than a long game. You know, so these games are getting so expensive now that the more time you spend playing it, like I appreciate that. Baldur's Gate, you really get your money's worth, it seems like. This game too, honestly, but 38 hours in, the game is nowhere near finishing. That's amazing. Like that's the thing. Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate. It seems like Expedition 33 is another one that's like quite long as well. I hope it becomes a trend, and don't just make it long for the sake of being long, but like, you know, give us a good story, and then at least it feels more worth the cost of admission in a sense. Baldur's Gate's got a lot of replayability too. It's another one we'll have to explore at some point. Have you ever played Baldur's Gate? Jesus, I thought we parried that. Let's stand on head who's in our YouTube. He helped me so much with Baldur's Gate. Holy moly. He really has a strong understanding of that game. It's amazing. I got stuck a lot. He was amazing. Huge help. Jesus, I wasn't expecting to get hit by that. Oh, that's not a Makiri because he knocked me. He broke my stance. Dead. Fair. Yeah, there's a lot. Baldur's Gate is very overwhelming. Honestly, if I played it by myself, he may have played it a few times at least, he says. I think he's played Baldur's Gate so much that he's like making the game harder for himself by like, because the hardest mode is not hard enough for him because he's so good at it now that he has to like leave some of his characters at the camp so we can like solo it to make it more difficult. This dude's on another level. It's crazy. He's playing like 40 chess with that game. But it is very overwhelming, especially if you've never played a game like that before. I know when I played it, like I was told by a few people I skipped so much in a lot of the acts, and I already felt I did so much, and I was not that I was getting bored. I just wanted variety, so I have to re-explore it and try to catch what I missed. There were times where I got a little bit frustrated with the game just because I suck at Dungeons and Dragons, or whatever you want to call it, that game. So I think I just needed a break because I was getting so... It gets harder as the game goes on, and when you have no idea what the hell's going on... That's dead. He broke my stance. When you have no idea what the hell's going on, it's punishing. Not in an unfair way, just in a, like... It becomes a bit of a knowledge check to a degree. And I feel like I failed some of the lessons that maybe wanted to teach me earlier on, which is entirely my fault. But because of that... Like, I play with my friends now, Baldur's Gate, and they are, like, deep into D&D, and they're just telling me what to pick as far as, like, stats go, and my character's much more strong than it was last time, and they're doing all kinds of crazy builds and all kinds of crazy setups to defeat things, and it's working so easily. But I think it's because when you go in with that knowledge, I mean, to me, the game sort of feels like chess, where, like, yeah, if you can plan out your approach before you enter a battle, it sort of makes the game a little bit more... less chaotic, maybe, if that makes sense. And I didn't do any of that. I was just going in, just hoping for the best, and I was getting my ass kicked, and I couldn't understand why. But it's a very thoughtful game, maybe, if that's the word. Wow. 19 times. Last 4 to 5 runs were all solo runs. That is absolutely insane. How long does it take you to do a playthrough? 19 runs is a lot. Holy moly. That's why you're so good at the game. Okay, so far so good. It's a good run. No hit run so far. He's gonna break my stance. That's a problem. How? I don't understand why that Makiri fucks up every time. I do not understand that, what I'm doing wrong. Okay, Makiri. There we go. Get him in the corner. That seems cheese. Jump. Oh, that was a slash. I thought I jumped, but I guess not. That killed me. I want to try an evil playthrough in Baldur's Gate. It seems a lot of fun. Damn, I wasn't expecting that. Alright. Jesus, brother. Broke my stance. That's GG. Damn it, dude. A run takes 30 to 40 hours, roughly, but that relies on a huge amount of metagaming knowledge. That's fair. Yeah, that's what I did. Like, my first playthrough, I just took the game head on, and I'm just trying to white knuckle through stuff, and I'm like, that doesn't work. Like, that's what I did. That's what I do with most of my games, as you can see with this one. But it works better for this kind of a game. But for Baldur's Gate is like, feels like chess with more steps. And I mean that in a very loving way. It's brilliantly designed. My God, like, I can see why my friends gush over it. My friends play really intelligent games, and I play very unga-bunga games by comparison, like this. So, it's everything like they wanted in the game, pretty much. I get it, like, and that's why they're so crazy at it. Like much like you are, right? Like, it's a very thoughtful game. How did I screw up that parry? What? Oh, what happened? Jesus. I cannot see. I gotta get out of this corner, man. This is sketchy. What's going on with my camera? That's GG. Yeah, I don't know what that camera was all about. But we're close. I'll res and we can get them, and then we can get them to phase 3 at least, maybe if we're lucky. At least phase 2. We'll parry that, then we can hit it for a second. There we go. Nice. Alright, we'll heal up in a second. We'll run away. Let him reset. He can shoot at us. Yep, that's fine. We'll dodge. Perfect. Now we'll get in there and we'll try phase 2. Damn it, I jumped for that like an idiot. Let's keep a distance. Okay. Missed that Mikiri. Shit. Shit. You watch the wire. That's a Mikiri. Oh. Mikiri, I missed that. But we're still holding up pressure, so that's good. Oh, yeah. Yikes. He's gonna break my posture soon. Shit. Bro, come on, man. By the time the res kicks in, he's lost all his posture again. He jumps up and get an extra hit on him. That's nice. I should try the aggressive candy, maybe. See how that works. Perfect. That's phase 2. That's phase 2. Perfect. Let's heal up quick. For phase 3, he's going to come at us. We're going to have to Valkyrie him, but we can run away for a sec. I hate that it goes like this, so it takes me a second to heal. Amazing. Still too late, huh? That's crazy, dude. That's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I thought I waited. I still didn't wait long enough. That's insane. And I thought I Valkyried that, but I guess I didn't. Okay, we dodged that, which is lucky. Let's try the phase 3. I could do a candy here just to beat him, but I want to be able to make it good enough to just do it with the mechanics. Too late, too delayed, man. Oh, it's a jump. Shit. Alright. Not expecting that. Shit. Heal up again to be safe. This could be it. This could be it if I'm lucky. Was not expecting that. Yikes, bro. Come on. One more heal, and that's it. Nice. It's this. Either we die or we don't. Like. Somehow Mikiri fucked up. It sucks. GG. GG. Hi, Mom's Kitchen. It's great to see you.
Interstellar Tuber is now following.
Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Sincerely appreciate that. That's 40 followers. Thank you. Wow, Interstellar. I love your name. Interstellar. Do you like the film? Big fan of the film. Damn, man, that was close. All right, let's. I don't want to use the candies. I want to do the mechanics. When we get to the Gauntlet, I'll use the attack power candies. But for now, I just want to get the pairing right, and I still haven't gotten the. I'm still not timing the lightning correctly. I want to get the lightning down pat. So we can do this properly. Well, your name. I figured your name. That's why I guessed that. It's one of my favorite films of all time. It's a brilliant film. I love Christopher Nolan, but it's the guy can't miss. Honestly, his whole filmography is absolutely brilliant. Oh, I thought we were gonna get that. I'm curious, so I didn't heal. I heard a story, 'cause I think he writes a lot of the scripts with his brother in The Dark Knight. There's that famous line, either you live long enough to die a hero, or either you die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And I think he said when he first read that in the script, his brother wrote that, he didn't understand it. And then I think he said as he watched the film and people loved that line, it started to click with him what it meant. But I think it's so funny that he didn't see the brilliance of that line. I thought it was one of those brilliant lines in film, period. There's so many. But before The Dark Knight came out, there were so many years of film and so many brilliant films that came out. So to be able to write a line that feels so iconic so late in the game is truly incredible. And I just think that either you die a hero or live long enough to become the villain. It's just so brilliantly poetic. Oh, I didn't expect the slash. Oh my goodness. That's not Interstellar, like The Dark Knight, but I Christopher Nolan, same like director, right?
Damn.
I always thought as a... Jesus, my posture's high. As I saw, that's GG. As I saw... I can't think of the name of that film with Leonardo DiCaprio. Cillian Murphy's in it, but Dreams. Goodness, what's it called? Inception. I remember seeing Inception in theaters and just thinking like, wow, we're so lucky to be able to see this film in theaters, because I feel like I remember watching it for the first time and thinking Inception's probably going to be one of those movies that's talked about for many years, and generations later people will probably still watch it and say like, wow, this is such an iconic film. But to be of a generation that was lucky enough to be able to see it when it first came out and experience it in theaters, I think is really cool. Much like I imagine people felt when they saw Star Wars or 2001 Space Odyssey, and I'm sure every generation has like iconic films like that, but it's just cool to be like a part of like, I don't know if the word is the zeitgeist or whatever, but I'm also like, you know, I gush over films and stuff like that, so. But Interstellar was another one. He seems like, he seems a bit like our Kubrick, if you know who Stanley Kubrick is. Like, he seems like one of the filmmakers that generations from now, people are going to look back at his films and say, wow, he was really onto something. The only film of his that I actually didn't enjoy that much was, I don't remember what it's called. It was about, I wouldn't say about a time travel, they all are. I think the guy was like a secret agent or something. I don't remember the full story. I was sort of bored with it. It was confusing. Yeah, it was one of his newer films. Stupid. I got lucky there. Jesus. That's GG. Have to heal up. Lucky. Sidestep? Yep. Got lucky there, man. He aimbots you, and I thought I sidestepped that. That's crazy, dude. That is disgusting. Are you kidding me? Absolutely disgusting, dude. Oh, I did not mean to use that fucking candy. What a waste. I pressed the wrong button, dude. Are you kidding? I wanted to heal. We're taking that off. I'm taking that off my bar. There's no reason for that to be on my bar. That just fucked me. Yeah, absolutely. Almost like Minecraft being a must have and play. I've not played Minecraft, but people do feel that way. I gotta quickly, I want to see the name of that film really quick. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a, oh, I forgot, oh, Tenant. It's called Tenant. Tenant was the only film of his that I didn't really like. I tried to watch it twice. The first time I was really bored. I'm like, maybe I just didn't understand this. We'll give it a second watch. And I watched it a second time, and it still just didn't hit for me the same way the other ones did. But other than that, I think he's got like almost a perfect filmography. I don't know if you've seen Tenant. Minecraft, I couldn't get into. Everybody loves it. Like, everybody I know loves it. All my friends are obsessed with it. They all like share a server and play together. But I don't know. I don't know why I'm not a big fan of it. But I mean, you know, it's teach their own. But I'm still open-minded to try it one time maybe. It just, I think I'm so like, my brain is like so fast-paced that like it's a little bit too slow for me, like Animal Crossing a little bit. Like, it's not enough, like, I don't know if the word is like stimulation or what, but like this game is like so perfect for me because it's just non-stop, especially the Genichiro. I was complaining about some of the fights in this game. That's GG, because he broke my stance. Because some of the fights were too slow compared to this fight. So I'm like, this fight is so good, it's just, the dopamine flows with this fight, man. But some fights are a little bit slower. Howl being the worst defender, the gorilla. It's not a stream if I don't complain about the Gorilla one stream. That was sort of my problem with Baldur's Gate, honestly. It was like, it's my fault, entirely my fault, but like, I just was playing it for so many weeks in a row that like, and it's a slower paced game that I was, I think I got a little bit... Wait a minute, no, I thought, but I haven't beat the Gauntlet yet, but, I unlocked Genichiro, I think, after I beat Ishin, I'm pretty sure. Or the Demon of Hatred. I think maybe the Demon of Hatred. I was practicing, so I did the Gauntlet, I got stuck on Genichiro, and then I realized, oh, he's here. So I wanted to practice him here, and get him here, so I could, when I get to the Gauntlet, I don't just keep having to fight the same two bosses over and over again. Yeah, so you haven't watched Tenet yet. Well, maybe you'll like it. I mean, teach their own, right? Have you seen his other films, like Interstellar or stuff like that? Not Interstellar, sorry. Inception or Dark Knight, that series. It's nice to see you almost, by the way. I just started talking to you, but it's very nice to see you almost. Uno Reverse. That's my favorite moderator. How you doing, man? God, it's so nice to see you home. Hope you're having a lovely day, Kel. Oh, I saw that. As soon as I started missing, I knew he was going to crush me. Broke my stance. I gotta get out of here for a second. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, this is a bad run. This is bad. Gotta reset. That was bad juju, man. This is not a good one. If we can get him to phase 2, we can reset, but this might just be a practice run. Okay, we might be able to get him to phase 3 for lucky. That's a Makiri. Yikes, dude. If he gets me again with that jump, that's not good. If I don't... Alright, we can take the res. When does your camping trip start? Man, I forgot about the aimbot mechanic. Tomorrow afternoon. Oh my goodness. Well, I feel like it's much needed after what you've been working. Is Insomnia a Christopher Nolan film? I didn't know that. Wow. Is that the one with Al Pacino? Are you going camping by yourself, Kelth? Yeah, that's disgusting. I didn't even know there were that many hours in 20 days. That's gross. Move that up. Jesus. I should heal. You know, let's heal. Let's reset. Fuck, I have to run away. Let him shoot his arrow at me. That sucks. That's GG. That's GG. Just reset it. It's too early on to die like that. Yikes. That's a Guy Ritchie reference. Snatch. I love it. Wow. So I didn't realize. I've seen Insomnia. For some reason I didn't realize that was that was a Christopher Nolan movie. That's crazy. I don't know why. I mean, that was an older one too. That's wow. Snatch is one of my favorite movies of all time. I like Dags.
With me.
Snatch is one of those movies you watch with the boys and it's always funny. It's very quotable. It's a strange film, but it's so I love it so much. Honestly, I feel like nothing he's made since then has been as good as that. These movies are good, don't get me wrong. Just Snatch was so perfect, I felt like. The pacing of it was so good. Ooh, yuck. I screwed up that timing of that one. I got really high posture right now. I gotta be careful. I don't want to reset. Like, I'm losing a bit now, which is good. I gotta be perfect with my parries. Katy Perry. The reason why I want to be like, I don't want to. That was lucky. So high. That's why I wanted to wait. That's why, because I was so close to phasing him that I'd rather just heal like this. Get him to phase 2. Can I heal up quickly? Perfect. Perfect. And the Kiri, it's almost phase 3 already. Look at that. Much better, much better. Oh my god, phase 3 in a second. He's playing dumb, I love it. So am I, apparently. Jesus. Take the res, take the res, take the res, take the res, take the res. Come on. We can do this, we can do this. Missed that, but that's okay, we can punish that. We carry that. Get him to phase 3. Phase 3, boom, look at that. So we'll get a quick heal before he Makiris us. If we can. Well, he missed us. Okay, I'll take that, whatever. That's fine. I gotta try to delay the jump for the lightning attack. Ow, he broke my posture, that sucks. That sucks. The posture break into that sucks. Yeah, that was really bad timing. That was delay. I've never seen Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels, but it looks really good. That was just insane timing. That timing was crazy. Well, I realized, I sort of figured out how to heal. When he shoots at you, you just dodge, and I seem to be okay with it every time. You have to like time it right, but... Yeah, there's another film called Layer Cake. I don't think it was Guy Ritchie, but it was like Snatch. But so Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels I know of. I've never seen it. There's another one with Willem Dafoe, I think. I don't think it was that one. It was another one too. Maybe it wasn't Guy Ritchie though. Shit, I can't remember the name of that movie. It had Daryl from I don't know the actor's name, from The Walking Dead as well. Before he was Daryl. It was a much older film. I'm pretty sure Willem Dafoe was also in it. I don't remember the name of it though. I remember what it looked like. It looked gritty. I think it was like a UK film. Okay, pretty good phase 1 so far. Pretty good. We're moving through this fast. Bro, I fucked that one up. I gotta close this distance, bro. Fuck that up. Probably gonna get me. I'm gonna die, I think. Yeah, because he broke my stance. Boondock Saints, that's the one. Willem Dafoe is in that, right? I'm not crazy? I thought he was going to do his roll, not his slap. Broke my stance. Yeah, I've not seen it, but it looks amazing. It looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, I noticed that almost. It's, Boondock Saints. Yeah, you guys know it. That's so funny. So Boondock Saints has been on my list for so long. For so long I wanted to see it. It looks like a lot of fun. I always forget about my prosthetics. Prosthetics come in so handy, and I always forget to use the damn things. It's crazy. Fuck up that first one. Major. God, my thing is so high, that sucks. I gotta reset my posture, man. If you hit him while he's in the air, does that like knock him down? I wonder. sec, I just heard something. 1 sec, sorry. Yikes. 1 sec. Oh, we're dead. They're replying in chat. Okay. I wanted to heal. Alright, we'll just try this phase like this. Carry that. Keep the flow going. I'm in a decent place. Yeah, that thing fucked me, I think, a little bit. Didn't really, I think I was too slow with the prosthetic. Carry that. Flow going. We might come to phase 3 if we're lucky. Double Makiri. Bro, really? Come on, get out of here. Bro, we're gonna take the res. I can't target him, that sucks. Yeah, I can't target him. That's tough to dodge him if you can't target the goddamn guy. That's crazy, dude. God, targeting, man, that's crazy in this game sometimes. Get him to phase 2 though, at least, probably. Or not. Or not. Alright. Hey, Vanilla. Nice to see ya. Yes. The overhead one. Yes, yes, yes. Watch the Boondock Saints. Don't watch the second one. The second one is like a bad fanfic. It was a pure cash grab. Yeah, I think so. Mortal Kombat, the newest Mortal Kombat felt like that too. But what I hear sometimes is it's not even the director. It's like pressure from the studio where like the director wants to make another film and the studio's like, we'll greenlight you to make the film you want to make if you make us a sequel to the one that's already a hit. And they don't even want to do it, but they're like, the only way that I can make this film that I think is going to be good is if I call in this dog shit film because the studio's got me over a barrel. So it sucks. I've heard that story so many times. The Sakura dance, is that the spinny with the spin thing, the spin to win thing? Like that's the Sakura dance, right? Health, I saw a lot of new stuff in WoW as well today. I got like so much stuff I didn't like. I think a whole bunch of stuff came out recently. Stuff with Lore Walker Cho and new time walking. I thought, and I saw the Delves look different. I don't know how much you've played yet, but I'm gonna have to read up on it. I'm not too sure. I've been out of the loop a little bit. Shit, that's GG. Yeah, I knew that because he broke my stance. That slice sucks, but we'll get him. We'll get him to phase 2 at least. Jump. Heal. Easy, boys. Easy, boys. Are you kidding? That's phase 1. Holy. Alright, it's fighting phase 2. Got on his ass. Me as well. Screwed that up, but it's okay. You know what? Let's reset. Fuck it. Let's reset. Oh shit. We're good. Gonna break our stance, man. That's sketchy. Whew. How do I close that distance, man? How do I close that distance when he does that? You haven't been on in a week. Oh shit. Nope. Fuck that up. Just heal again. We're good. Okay. Man, he doesn't let up. Holy shit. Bad combo. Might get him to phase 3 here for lucky. Maybe. Oh, I fucked that up. I should have. Yeah, that was dumb. I should have parried when I attacked. I don't know what that was. Wow. So you missed a week. That's how crazy work is. Vanilla, I haven't forgotten what you said about being an iced coffee addict. So, have you tried, Kelf, the single button rotation thing? I don't even know how to activate it. I just heard about it, and dude, it's been living in my head rent free for a week, or however long it's been. But you're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong.
Release me.
Shit. That's bad. Dead. We're resetting that. I got a phone call in the middle of that fucking fight. I had to mute it. You like it hot? Fair. I find it when it's cold, it's not as... suffer with like stomach issues, so I find it's a little bit easier to digest when it's cold. That's interesting though. So that's quite late in life to get into coffee. I've drank coffee for quite a long time. I honestly find it like it's a nice alternative to like soda. I agree with you, Kelth. I mean, it's idiot proof. I think the game is getting a little bit. I'm all for like accessibility. I'm fine that it exists because maybe it gives more people the opportunity to play if they wouldn't maybe necessarily have the opportunity to play. But it is sort of strange. Just feel a little body. And it's not going to help with like overinflating people's sense of like worth as far as like pressing one button over and over again, doing a perfect rotation, and then gatekeeping people into dungeons. Yeah, just reset it. Yeah, that's fair. Do you drink it like with cream or milk or anything? Or do you drink it black? I wouldn't even mind like this elitist mentality in WoW. It's just it seems more prevalent than it's ever been, and like I don't think it's warranted considering the handicaps that people use to even get through some of this content. I don't know. There's so much of it does so much for you at this point that like all I'm asking for is just a little bit of decency when speaking to other people. Not even enjoying the harder content. Just be nice is what I'm asking. Don't be like a mean. And there's so much, for lack of a better word, toxic attitudes and elitism. And wow, and it's like, well, you're using like 30 add-ons to help you get through a dungeon. I mean, you know. And I wouldn't have a problem with that as long as you're just not mean about it. Especially in like time walking, like people don't know what I'm talking about, but like I'm not even talking about like high level dungeons. People have that mentality in everything. They're looking for raid. It's like, bro, this is where you learn. Like, where do you want people to learn? It's crazy. That's GG. That's death. Yeah, I broke my stance. I don't know what the hell happened to him. Holy fuck, it's hard to see, man. I hate this so much. I gotta get out of this wall. It's not good at all. What? I screwed up the Makiri somehow. Shit. If add-ons are ruining the game and they are looking at possibly removing them, but using the one-button rotation isn't an issue, I don't know what to think. Yeah, that's fair. I mean... it's tough. It is tough. At some point, it's like... I understand why the one-button thing exists for, like, accessibility so people can play the game, but... I don't know. It's tough. Because you could say the same about add-ons, technically, right? You could. I don't really like any of it, honestly. I like just a more organic way of playing. I think it's more challenging. I'll give you an example. In Season of Discovery, in Naxxramas, one of the mechanics of the harder difficulties is you need to do emotes, or you take extra damage or stuff like that. And there's a weak aura that literally does the emotes for you in the middle of you playing the game. you don't have to do anything. Normally, you'd have to type /dance, /cheer, whatever it is. The weak aura does it for you, which to me seems like it's against the TOS. But everybody used it to get through the raid, and it just seems like, well, I don't know. We're walking a fine line of like what's allowed and what's not, and it's just getting ridiculous. I feel like if it does the emotes for you, it sort of takes the difficulty away. I think the difficulty is having to type in the middle of mechanics. But who knows, man. I have like an old school mentality, I think. I think I'm an old man yelling at a cloud kind of mentality when it comes to stuff like that. And it's to each their own, whatever makes you happy. Like, I don't want to take it away from you. I think the elitism is misplaced a little bit. I mean, I've always said that you're better than most people that I've encountered, and you've always been very kind. You take weeks off at a time, and you still hold it, if not better than most players that I encounter or you play with. And that's dead. Broke my stance, because I fucked up that, GG, reset, go again. Yeah, well, mouse over macros are brilliant. They really help. I think they're awesome. And I feel like accessibility could come more in the form of like peripherals, like mice and keyboards and stuff, more than in like one button that does everything for you. That feels like a little bit overboard, in my opinion. Okay, guys, we'll get this. We'll get this. He keeps breaking my stand. I could use a vitality candy, I guess, because then I can still do it in the gauntlet too, I guess. I'm not timing my parries right. Sometimes it goes so well, other times it's so bad. I think I'm getting greedy though. I think that's my issue. Greed. Okay, let's reset for a second just to reset our posture. Sort of, not really. That's GG. And what sucks is, okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting another phone call. Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. Jesus Christ. Hit the death reset. Alright, this time no phone call. That distracted me that last time, so that's not the excuse of why I've been dying, to be fair. I've been screwing up the parries, but that one time.
Face me.
Jeez, I'm still getting that text now. I'm sorry, guys. It's my mom, and I just wanted to make sure it wasn't about the dog. That's why I was waiting. Or that's why I was like sort of distracted a little bit. I wanted to make sure everything was okay. We got the blood work back, by the way, and they're like, he's mostly fine. I mean, they just said he's getting older. Like, she said, or he's already past, like, generally what they live to. So, you know, any time we have with him is like, we're very lucky to have at this point. But yeah, supposedly she did say that he did have a seizure. That is what it looked like from the video. I can't believe my mom was quick enough to think in the moment to take a video as it was happening to show the veterinarian. But yeah, it's just sad. But I mean, he seems a little bit better now. Not to get you guys down. Last time I mentioned that was happening, and I had to stop the stream for a second to answer the phone call. That's what it was about. So. All right. Sorry, no more texting. Man, I guess if I attack too soon, I think it's probably just wipe it again. Just wipe it again. I think the problem is if I attack too close to that Makiri, it doesn't register as a countering of the Makiri counter. It registers as like a dodge or something. It's like the input is too close to each other or something. Something like that. That's what it seems like. Because sometimes you dodge forward instead of... Because I take my hand off the controller to make sure I'm not like pressing the dodge button. But sometimes it still registers as a dodge. So I feel like if the window is like close enough, it still sometimes just pushes you forward instead of actually countering it. Because it's happened a few times. Okay, we got this, boys. I'm sorry we've been fighting this boss for what feels like 2 freaking streams already. He's tough. See, that's another time. My stance is broken. I gotta reset his stance. Fuck it. I need to reset my posture. It's ridiculous. Posture's not reset. He's gonna break my posture. I'm like, if I don't get perfect, just reset it. Jesus Christ. Now we can fight. Now it's like a fair battle again. Okay, we'll carry that. See, that time it works. I don't know. I get to be really still, I think. If you're moving at all, it seems like it's wonky sometimes. Carry that. See, that time my hand was off the thing and it still registered as a dodge. I gotta look into that, figure out what I'm doing wrong there. I don't quite understand that one, but... Let's phase 2 at least in a second. Should be phase 2 right here. Phase 2. Okay. Jesus. Now if we can get phase 2, we can practice phase 3. Let's run away to reset him for a second. He'll shoot at us. We'll just dodge. No problem. Now we get in there. Oh, that's that. Okay, I guess you gotta sidestep that. Okay, that's that one. So we'll just back up again. Let it do his thing. Okay, we'll counter that. Jesus, that almost broke my posture. That would have been a problem. See, that fucks me. When he does that distance, bro. When he does that distance, it completely resets the fight. Let's just go back. Fuck it, let him do his thing. Leave him alone. Okay, we carry that. Maybe phase 3. We're probably gonna get phase 3 here. We can practice phase 3 again. Huge. I spoke too soon, I think. Breaking my posture like that. Like, the triple is absolutely disgusting, bro. Again, like, that combo is fucking gross. It's absolutely insane. If you do not get perfect parries the entire time, assuming you get that combo. He doesn't always do it like that, back to back like that, but when he does, if it's not perfect, you're shit out of luck. Go again. Let's change this terrible form. This form sucks too. Maybe that's what it is. We don't have extra attack power because we don't look cool. But like, I would hate to have to do Lady Butterfly over and over again because I'm not getting this. I want to like we're more or less getting to phase 2 pretty easy for the most part, unless I'm getting sloppy. But I want to be able to do phase 3, like, so that we did perfectly. So far so good. So far so good. Nope, I can't tell when he's gonna do that. I cannot tell. I thought he was gonna do the roll. See? So why there? Why did that happen? Why'd you run through it? Why'd you dodge instead of the, I don't know. This time. That sucks. A lot of damage. You know what? Fuck it. Reset. Let him reset. Let me heal. Yeah, I gotta stop using that shuriken. It's leaving me open for damage. That's phase 2 at least in a second. I know the shuriken closes the distance, I'm just not good enough to use it, that's the problem. Tried to jump, but I guess I press dodge or something instead. There we go. Okay, let's heal up quickly. Perfect. Now let's go. Phase 2. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. We're probably going to push him to phase 3 this time. We're doing in a really good state. Seems like he's in the corner. He struggles a little bit because he can't jump back, so that's cool. I'll take that. I'll take that. I like he's in the corner. Cannot tell what's happening. The camera's getting wonky on me. Damn, that's a pretty good phase 2, man. We're gonna get into phase 3 for sure. Even if we fuck up, we're getting into phase 3 at this rate. Perfect. Phase 3. 3 reses, phase 3, 3 heals. Let's practice that now. Let's practice this lightning reversal. We gotta take our time. We have to take our time with the jump. Gotta do it a little bit later than we've been doing it. So far, so good. So far, so good, ladies and gentlemen. Much better than it's been. Okay. Okay. I died to that. I thought I jumped it, ran in front of him. I don't know why that happened that time. That's unfortunate. Again, didn't count. What is going on? Fuck it. We got full health. We can do it. Oh, that's a jump. Okay, shit. Fuck that up. Shit. GG. God damn, huh? God damn it. That was very, 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 very close. Well, at least we got the phase 3, so that's progress. Oy, 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 oy. Go again. Well, that was a delay. I get the delay. It feels sort of strange. I don't like the delay, but I gotta wait. I want to jump the second I see it. Like, my reaction time's so fast, but that's what's fucking me, is I'm jumping too fast and I'm hitting the ground. So you have to, like, wait. It's like a Godric mechanic. We screwed up a few McGearys there too in phase 3, so that probably would have helped, honestly. Skill issue. What? How did we both hit each other there? God, I gotta reset my posture, man. I gotta get perfect parries or I'm screwed. Jesus Christ, man. You're not wrong, man. I said many times playing this game is like what it feels like what fighting with, if this was a Star Wars game was like this, it'd be like the best Star Wars game in the world. It feels like what I imagine lightsabers duel feel like. It does combat so well. I thought I would have hit him. That's why I didn't heal. I could have healed, and I got greedy, and I thought I would have been able to close the distance, and I couldn't. Jesus, this does feel like Star Wars to me, though. If you change the clanks of the samurai swords with like the zoom 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 sound, it would be like, I hope like someone gets inspired to make a Star Wars game with this kind of combat system. I think it was last time, the stream before that, I thought of that like it feels like that fast paced, and it feels so epic and so involved. I've played some Star Wars games before, and they never feel like the movies feel, but this sort of feels like that. And I guess that's what Jedi are. They're sort of just like samurais in space, right? I don't know why you dodged past him again. I hate when that happens. It's so sketchy. I get lucky when I miss it, but... They jumped over him. Okay. Pretty good spot, pretty good spot. So does he kick you over that so no matter what you do, you get hit by the, I think... Oh, I got hit by that anyways, I guess I delayed that. That's GG, take the res. Take the res. Try to push him to phase 2 and then heal. Should be phase 2 if I'm lucky, unless I messed up something here. Perfect, phase 2, run away for a second, heal up. What I love is he uses the bow, which gives you a second heal. Screwed up that. Okay, not bad. We might come to phase 3 here if we're lucky. Stay in the corner, please, buddy. Nope. So the kick is it my posture or is he always kicking? I can't tell. I think I need to reset. Alright, well, res, take the res. Okay. I guess I'm getting too close for that. I'm stuck in the wall, I'm stuck in that door. Jesus Christ. Could still be phase 3. Nice. Thought I was gonna move forward with that. Probably still gonna be phase 3 if I'm lucky. That time we did it right. Timing, that is really tough though, man. That's really tough timing. Jesus Christ, that was perfect though. Phase 3. Nice, ladies and gentlemen. Phase 3. We got full health, we got a res, we still have 2 gourds. We shouldn't use the gourds. Gourd done Lightfoot. Oh, I forgot I gotta jump again. Shit, man, I will res. Heal up. Or not. I'll take the res. Heal up if I can. Perfect. Did it that time. This could be it if we're lucky. This might be it. This might be it, boys. Maybe? Wow, I think we got it, boys. I think we got it. Did we do it? I think we got it. Yeah, we got it. Nice. Look at that. Jesus Christ, man. Unless there's another phase that I don't know about, but I think we got it. You were here. Holy moly, man. But that was still like sketch. So like the problem is, ugh, God. So I have to do that perfectly though. We have to execute that perfectly. Hey Mello, it's wonderful to see you. Nice, dude. Is he gonna come back to life? Are you kidding me? Why is he still up? Oh, you have to execute him again or what? We're gonna click this. Why can I not leave yet? He's not getting up. Click this. It says Shinobi execution. Do you not get anything for that? I thought maybe you got something for that. Okay, maybe not. Let's rest. So we got it. I guess you can't leave here. Okay. Jesus. So we can try it now, but I'm gonna have to perfect that fight, or we just reset the bosses again. Yikes, dude. Holy. Battle extraordinary foe. Alright, let's, I guess we'll just try it. We'll quit battle. No progress will be lost. What progress? Is there something else that I should be doing here? Am I missing something? Did you do an execute on him? He's dead. He's long dead. There's just gonna be people just teabagging him. Watch. Yeah, I figured it was something like that. Yeah, there's nothing else, I guess. I thought maybe it would just take us out of this. I would guess, but I guess not. So we'll just leave. Now we got to try the Gauntlet. The first two bosses will be fine. It's him that I'm worried about. What do we get for doing this? Just an ability? Is that what it is? What are the other What's the other Gauntlet? Guardian Ape, who sucks. Owl, who's not horrible. True Monk is not horrible. Vakanichiro sucks, and that's got to be Ishin, right? Of course it's going to be Ishin. Who else would that be? It doesn't, like, unless that's Owl, but it's probably Ishin. It can't not be Ishin. So we'll try this. Let's see if we can do it. Yep, let's try. We know we'll probably get the first two. We did, yeah, we beat the game, technically. L, I like your name, L. So now we're just doing the gauntlets, but yeah, first time playing.
My name is Kyobu Masataka Oniwa! Move in haste and die, brat!
Something I didn't know is that it resets between bosses. That's a nice touch. I thought you had to use the same amount of potions. That's crazy. So you can be more liberal with your potions. Let's screw that up. Let's just heal up to be safe. These spear bosses are always so hard to tell when they're gonna hit, because they're so big, the weapon. Something I have to say about this game is, my god, like, the animations are absolutely stunning. I love just the fighting style, the way it looks when he does his grapple, I think is sick. The like death blows are sick. I think it's a FromSoft's prettiest game. It's so cinematic, and I say that even more than Elden Ring. Like, Elden Ring has some cool stuff, but I think this just takes the cake. It's crazy. It's crazy to think how much earlier it came before it. Like, that one always gets me. That one always gets me. This poor horse, man. There it is. I was waiting for that. Okay, we'll jump on his back. Get me here and we'll finish him off right here. Okay. Oh, is that it? Is that it? That's it. Alright, nice. Easy. He's always easy. That poor horse. And the horse snips him every time. Like, are you okay, master? Alright, now we'll go do Lady Butterfly. I sort of wanted to try Lady Butterfly a different way, where we just build her, like, I always just dodge when we fight her. I'm curious if we can parry her until we fill her meter up. I wonder if that would work. Maybe we should try it just to see. Because what we normally do is just sidestep attack, sidestep attack, sidestep attack. But I wonder if we just let her do her thing. She's so damn aggressive. I feel like, I wonder if we could... Oh, I should have rested. I should have rested so I could have reset my potions. Lost her. Oh, jump. Thought I would have landed on her head. See, this takes a lot longer to build up her stance like this. It takes a lot longer than when you do the sidestep way. Yeah, so it's almost better to do the sidestep. She recovers so quick. It's almost better to just do it the other way than this way. I thought it'd be interesting to try it this way, but when you do it like this, it builds up so fast. It's crazy. Where'd she go? Buster. Jump or sidestep, that works too. See how fast that builds up when you do it like that? It's crazy. Should be execution in a sec. That's execution. Okay. And now we just do the runaway phase for phase 2. She'll probably spawn, I think, over here. Usually she spawns. How's your day, Mello, if you're still there? Did you play more Freddy, Five Nights at Freddy's or whatever it is? Where is she? There she is. Lost her again. Nope, we're gonna run away. So this is phase reset. Screw it, it's not worth dealing with it. Just let it reset. It's a bit of an annoying fight. Thankfully, she's not too bad. That one hit me, yeah? Oh, I'm still. I forgot about that. I forgot. You should be casting. I forgot about the casting. Right. Gotta get her away from the wall. It's hard to build her posture. She's gonna do her. We're gonna have to reset her posture in a second. She's gonna do her stupid. Yeah, reset it. I don't know what that means. Old Ageician. Is that the one we killed? These remnants on the ground look very similar to the things you can leave on the ground in that game that was released last year. Oh, yeah, I've heard of Once Human. I've not played it, but I've heard of it. Oh, I rested by accident. Something I've noticed about Sekiro players is they use the word bro a lot. I've had a lot of people come into my chat, and I've never seen people use bro as much as... I don't know if it's a generational thing, but... You played it for 41 hours. That seems like it's a good game, so you clearly liked it. What kind of game is it? Reset. Ooh, yeah, let's heal up quickly. We'll jump on his back. Oh, it's too far. I can't jump on his back. Or not. Let's do it again. Jump on his back. There we go. Oh, nice. We staggered him when we jumped. That was pretty cinematic looking. Back. I always thought you had to be a certain distance to do the jump, but I realized it's the mechanic thing. It just happens when no matter how far you are, you can always do it. I didn't realize that until last time, I think. Let's see if we can do it now. That's phase 1. Or not? That's phase 1. RPG meets FPS. That sounds really cool. Holy moly, I'll have to check it out. I think I got it for free one time on Amazon or something. They were giving it away. Once Human. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I'll have to check. It seems like a lot of fun, though. That seems like a cool game. Whenever it's something for free, I'm just like, I'll download it. I can always just remove it from my library if I don't like it. But if it's free, why not, right? You know? You know why. Delph, you know exactly why. Oh, staggered. Oh. What is going on? Camera, what are you doing? Holy. Camera, what are you doing, man? Gotta get away from the wall. It always gets wonky near walls. Stagger, probably one more. Probably gonna have to block him 1 or 2 more times. One more maybe, and then we can phase him and kill him. There we go. Well, I can't turn down a free game. That's why I'll say it like that. So what we're doing now is a gauntlet. For those that don't know, you have to like do all 3 bosses without dying. At least if you die, you can res like once, I guess, per phase. But and then you go to the next boss, and then the 3rd boss is the one we just defeated for the first time. So it's tough, but we'll rest so we can reset our potions and our health and stuff. You're so funny. You're right. You're right. It is probably it's just me. Have you been playing anything else new lately? I know you've been busy, but like when you've been home, I mean. Okay. Oh, again, huh? Jesus. Jumped up there twice. Crazy old bat. Oh, she came down on my ass. Wasn't expecting that. Jeez, you're going up there a lot, man. Holy shit. Gotta get away from that wall. I'm gonna jump up there again. You know, normally we don't do it this often in a row. That's crazy. Screwing up that parrying. Phaser in a sec. Foster. Oh, we got her, we got her. Okay, we'll res, or not res, we'll heal up really quick for phase 2. Probably not going to get her before, where's she going? She spawns over here, I think, right here, I think, around here. It's so funny when you see people's reaction when they fight her for the first time and you don't realize it's a phase 2. There she is. They're like, oh my god, I finally got her, and then all of a sudden, oh, she's bringing out her followers already. Alright, we'll just reset, we'll run. We'll just run. Oh, I hear us, huh? Run, run, run. We got lots of heals, so we can just heal these. Full health, why not? Just to be... Run away from that. We're a little bit close, which is a little bit sketchy, but... I think you could snap seed these guys too. I could buy snap seeds. Just gotta farm a little bit of gold, and I could just trivialize this fight, I guess, even more so. Targeting the wrong thing, that's what a waste. Still targeting the wrong thing. Jesus. Okay, there she is. Get away from that pole, man. Can I get her before phase 2 again? Maybe. Maybe not. Probably gonna do her follower thing again, unfortunately, unless I can push her quick enough. Lost her. Where is she? Quick, quick, quick. We'll try to push her again. No. Push her, even though we're here. sketchy. Oh, we're out of we're not. I thought we were out of shurikens. We're not. Oh, we got her. Nice. We got her. We got her. We got her. Nice. Okay. Now time for Genichiro. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Sky Factory. Nice. I know you like that one. Wow. All right. So now we got Genichiro. Jesus Christ, boys. We got one shot on this, or it's GG. Holy moly. Ugh. This is so tough. This last one is the toughest. She's not too bad. It's freaking Genichiro. Let's rest to make sure we get it. Well, enjoy Wing Night. That sounds wonderful. I'm sure you'll really enjoy that. After all the work you've been doing, I'm sure it's nice to be able to get out like that. Okay, boys. It's now or never. Here goes nothing. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We're going to add pellets, and we're going to add, if I can do this without dying, our sugar.
Face me.
That, man, the stagger is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Completely reset. Completely reset. Frustrating as hell, man. There's no point to using the sugar then, because it reset on us, so may as well just do it. That just, it screws up the pacing. Can't get in there fast enough by using sugar. Thought I carried that, but I guess we didn't. I cannot see. Yeah, that sucks, man. That really sucks. The wall, I hit the wall. So that's phase 1. We're gonna run away so I can heal really quick. Phase 2. I have to heal up. Fuck it. Let it reset. Let it reset. Ouch. Screwed that up. Probably have to take a res for phase 2, unfortunately. It's gonna break our posture, unfortunately. But if we can get into phase 3, that'd be amazing. I'm in a horrible spot. At the corner fucks everything up, man. It's such a shitty spot to be in. We can still maybe get into. I thought we were using the Fury. There it is. GG. That's it. Gotta reset. Hey, Burhan. It's great to see you. Maybe we'll just. You didn't someone say, was it Vanilla? Are you there? Bet you who was it that said, let me scroll up really quick. It wasn't Vanilla, I think it was someone else actually. Hold on. You unlock inner versions and reflection only when you defeat him in Gauntlet. Oh, it was typically incorrect. Typically incorrect. Are you there by chance? Did you say, I thought I read this correctly, you can do this after you start New Game Plus? Because maybe we'll just do New Game Plus, just say fuck it. Like, at least it's like content. And then we can just do this whenever. Because you don't even really get anything for it. Like, I'm not even really getting anything I'm really going to use anyways. Even if you get like the Sakura dance or whatever, I'm not going to use it. I'm just doing this for clout, really, more than anything, honestly. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could avoid the third one. Thank you for the tip. I really appreciate that. That's good to know. That's really helpful. Look at that. Wow, that's crazy. Completely mitigated. I've never played New Game Plus before, but the idea of it sounds like a lot of fun, especially in this kind of game. Oh, wait, I'm not doing the Gauntlet. What am I doing? Jesus Christ. See, I'm not even paying attention. Jesus. Well, we'll practice. That's a crazy tip. That is an insane tip. Holy moly. You can move forward and that is absolutely nuts. Oh my god, that is an insane tip and it maintains his stamina so hard. That's a crazy, crazy, crazy tip. Jesus. Hi, Burhand. Great to see you. Man, you guys come with the secret tech. It's insane. It's amazing how well you guys know these games. Damn. Yeah, I just don't feel like I got him down pat enough to keep killing Lady Butterfly over and over again. I feel like it's got to be flawless because it feels like that one time I killed him, I got lucky. So I'll let you guys decide. What's more interesting to watch? You want to see I've never done New Game Plus. You want to try New Game Plus, or do you want to keep practicing this guy? I'm happy to keep practicing him too. I just don't know if it's getting repetitive and sort of boring to watch. But I'm down to do either. In New Game Plus, when you get more attack power, does that help, or do you get more like stamina bar here if you get more of those beads? Does that also do anything for these guys, or not really? Because I see I have 3 reses, and my vitality bar is a lot bigger, so I feel like that's because I unlocked stuff in the game. Yeah, that was a bad stagger. We'll just reset that. I do play Elden Ring. Yeah, I enjoy Elden Ring very much. Elden Ring was the first Souls game I ever played. It was a lot of fun. Played both that and the DLC. I played the first one without the DLC a few times. And then played the DLC once on stream, which was a lot of fun. Other than the ads before Midra, it was a lot of fun. I have post-traumatic stress from those stupid ads. Jesus Christ. I got so salty with those stupid Midra ads. The ones with the bells where you have to like hide in the field, and then it makes noise when you walk through the field, so they come running to you. Bro. What kind of nonsense was that? Those things were harder than Midra itself. Crazy. It's gotta be way more flawless than this if we're gonna get to the Gauntlet. This is way too sloppy still. We need amateurish mistakes. We gotta get good, boys. Can't do this if we're not getting good. We ain't getting good, boys. One sec. I want to see what he said about Elden Ring. Jesus, got lucky there. That's GG. Now playing Elden Ring. Ah, I see. Yeah, it's interesting how you say that. So, I think Elden Ring is easier. You can idiot-proof Elden Ring. I don't think Sekiro is that hard, honestly. I think once you learn it, it's not that bad. I don't believe it's a rhythm game like everybody says. I think it's more reactionary-based. But I think both of them are... I think Sekiro, for a long time, got a lot of... I was very hesitant to play it because like everybody's like, oh, it's the hardest game in the world. It's impossible. I'm stuck on this boss. I've been stuck on this boss for 6 months. Killed my mother. Like, it's just... Everybody, this is the hardest thing in the world. It wasn't that bad. I think I'm a testament to that. I've never played it. I played it on stream, and I think I killed a lot of the bosses a lot faster than I was expecting, or some of the other people were expecting me to do it. Because once the combat clicks, it clicks. But Elden Ring is so idiot-proof, and I mean that not in a derogatory way, but like if you're stuck on a boss, you can just out-level the shit out of it. You can out-level to the point where you could take so much damage or do so much damage that you can make an astronomical amount of mistakes and still survive. And Elden Ring also has crazy builds that make the game a lot easier. Like specifically, I think like stuff like strength builds. If you play like heavy strength, like really strong armor, lots of vigor, and you have a shield, you can have a shield up the entire time and just poke with a spear and barely take any damage and slowly whittle down their health. Stuff like that. I've not tried spellcasting. I've heard spellcasting is incredibly powerful. I prefer bleed builds, but regardless of what build you play in Elden Ring, you can get so much vigor and you can get so much damage or mitigation that no matter how hard something is, you can sort of cheese it a little bit. I don't say cheese it. You can use the game mechanics to your advantage. The cheesing doesn't feel right. Cheesing is like using mods or, hacks or something. You can use the systems in the game to make the game as easy or as difficult as you want it to be. In my opinion, like that's like perfect game design, because there's no easy or difficult scaler. It's just you have access to resources, and depending on how you utilize those resources, the game can become either increasingly difficult or increasingly easier. That's a long-winded way, but Elden Ring is very slow compared to Sekiro, for sure. It felt fast-paced the first time I played it, but now that I played this, I feel like Elden Ring is going to be a lot easier just because of how slow the combat's going to be by comparison. Just because this game is like hyper fast. It's crazy how fast this game is. Now, to be fair, I felt the DLC was a little bit tougher than the base game. Melania is just like infamous for being super tough. I don't think Melania is that bad. I think, like this, honestly, Melania feels a lot like this game, where once you understand what the fight is, it's actually not that bad. It's just intimidating at first because it's so overwhelming the first few times you fight her. But the more you start throwing yourself at her, she's very predictable. And it's not as bad as people made it seem, I believe. I think the people that are very vocal on Reddit or other places give it 1 or 2 attempts, they rage, they stop playing for 6 months. I think the average Souls player, I'm just speculating, I don't know, to be fair, I'm the only one of my friends that actually plays this genre. All my friends don't like this genre. But if I were to speculate, I think the average Souls player has no problem spending 2 or more hours fighting the same boss over and over again. And I think if you do that, your brain develops muscle memory, and it becomes increasingly easier over time. I say that as I'm wiping on this guy, but you still learn. Every time you enter, you feel like you get over one hill, and then you get to the next hill, and you slowly get over each individual hill until you defeat the boss. Very long-winded way, I know, but it's just my experience with these games. But Elden Ring, I think, is a great introduction to like Souls games because it will give you the confidence that every boss feels insurmountable, like you can't beat it, but then with enough time and patience and potentially a different playstyle, you'll eventually overcome it, which will give you the confidence that nothing's impossible. And then as you play different Souls games that are a little bit more of a wall like this game, you just have to have that same mentality. Like, just be patient with the process, and eventually you'll get it. Eventually things will click, and eventually you'll get it. Now we're about to wipe on this boss for another 7 hours. but like, joking aside, the most important thing is as long as you're having fun, it doesn't feel too much like it doesn't feel as punishing or too much like work, in my opinion. So some things I've done feel more like oh, this just sucks to do, but this isn't too bad. It could also be the play style of Elden Ring that you're playing. Like, may I ask what build you were playing? Burhan? When I play Elden Ring, I got I wouldn't say made fun of, but like, my friend who doesn't even really played Elden Ring a little bit, but he didn't play it too much. But he was right. I'm not saying he's incorrect. He was absolutely correct in his statement. He's like, you're playing without a shield. That's why you're struggling so much. Use a shield so you could parry. And he's right. But I always played with no shield, just a sword, just a samurai sword. So it's like the only way to survive is to dodge, and then it's really fast-paced attacking. So it sort of increased. I like the fast pace of that like playstyle without using a shield and like playing more passively. But it's high risk, high reward. So, but if you're looking for something faster, you can play like fist weapons or dexterity build. Dexterity build is usually very quick attacks compared to like strength or spellcasting. Fair, fair, fair. Yeah, I mean, this is my favorite. I think this is my favorite combat system I've ever played in a game so far. It's a lot of fun. It feels very rewarding. And it just clicks really well in the brain, you know? Like, just gets that dopamine flowing. It's a lot of fun, Sekiro, I mean. That almost broke my posture. Holy. That's gonna break my posture. Yikes, yikes. Run through. Look at that. What a tip that was, man. Holy moly. What a great tip. That's crazy. That's insane. What that does is absolutely insane. That was my stupidity. I attacked. I should have Hold on, what don't you do? I thought you were gone, Kel. What don't you do? Oh, I got distracted. See? Please suggest me. Wait, sir, what are you asking? Suggest you what? Oh, you don't spend like 7 hours on a boss or something? Is that what you mean, Kel? God, I don't remember what I said now. I speak like a mile a minute. Oh, several hours wiping on a boss. Yeah. Well, I think you're built different. I think the average player can't do that, but I think you're so accustomed to, like, I think Souls players and, like, MMO players are sort of one of the same, where, like, the progress is not even thinking you're gonna get it that night. It's just practicing. Sometimes you're like, tonight is not even about, if we get the boss, that's great. If we don't, though, tonight's just about practice. You gotta learn at some point, and learning is just wiping and wiping and wiping and wiping until you perfect it. And even if you do get it, you still may keep wiping, and you're aware of that. But you know that at some point, if you keep practicing, it'll become like muscle memory, and then you'll just get it every time you get in there. And it becomes on farm, right? Like, and that's sort of what you guys always did, I think, right? You guys eventually would get bosses on farm, and you would just clear it in like a night. That it's not even like because you clear it in a night because you've spent like 40 hours wiping on it, right? Like that's how you get to that point. Run in. Look at that. Free hit. That is crazy. Crazy! That changes the whole dynamic of this fight. We'll Makiri that. We gotta lose some posture though, man. It's gonna break our posture if not perfect. See? We might get him to phase 3 though again, which is nice. Probably get him to phase 3. Jump. Thought I jumped on his head, that would have helped a lot. Phase 3. Phase 3, ladies and gentlemen, we can practice phase 3. Several hours. No! Oh no! Why are you talking like an Australian? What is that? Oh, I thought that was going to be the lightning attack. Shit, I'm an idiot. That's death, probably. Or not. I gotta get away from that. I gotta heal up over time. Get in there. Oh, he got me with that one. Shit, I thought I avoided it. Shit. Okay, we're gonna go again. Reset. No, mistimed it. See? I'm still mistiming it wrong. That was Makiri. Shit, I thought it was lightning attack. Let's heal up again. Makiri, again, bro, you gotta give me a second. You gotta give me a second, bro, to heal up here. Now lightning attack, right? Or not? Lightning attack. Now reverse lightning. There you go. That time we did it right. A little bit right. gotta be perfect though, or he's gonna mess us up. He's gonna mess us up with the... Oh, that was a jump. Shit. Run in. Oh, no, so you can't run in for the third phase. Good to know. Yeah, it gets you. It gets you every time.
We do it any time as it takes.
Jesus, broke my posture. Jesus, we may get him again though, so that's good. We're making progress. There you go. That's probably got him again. So look at that, we got him again. So that's twice we've gotten him today. So we're getting better at phase 3. We're getting better at phase 3. This is exactly what I was talking about. See? Not bad. That's twice now we've gotten him. It's still not perfect. It's a little bit slop McGup, but we're getting it. Hey, Torrance, wonderful to see you again. Oh, well, Charvon, I'm not too familiar, unfortunately, with Souls games like that, but it seems like Black Myth Wukong is a little bit faster paced from what I've seen. I've not played it, though, so I'm not entirely sure, but it seems a little bit faster paced than some of the other games. So maybe that's worth looking into, or Lies of P I've not played, but I've also heard Lies of P is a little bit closer to Sekiro than like a lot of other Souls games, but I don't know, I've not played it either, but I've heard people say it's a closer comparison to this game than a lot of other games in the genre. You're so funny. Wow, that's awesome. That's really cool, Torn. What are you working on, if I may ask? Okay, guys, I need just give me like a minute or so. I'm just gonna appear really quick, and I'm gonna respond to a text message that I should have responded to like an hour ago. Boys, let's go again. We'll practice this again. We'll keep getting it. Like at some point, we gotta get it down to a science, and then it'll be easier to do the thing. Maybe after the risk of being interrogated coming back. Oh shit. Doing landscaping, fence building, painting. Holy moly. Alright, let's rest. I guess we'll reset. I guess we'll just keep doing it, because we've got to perfect this, unfortunately, right? It's sort of just what we got to do. It's just we got to keep doing this over and over until I get it down to a science, because if I just don't want to keep fighting Lady Butterfly for nothing. I want to be able to... I don't even get Lady Butterfly every time, but it's like at least 80% that I kill her. So if we could at least get this guy to like 80%, like her, it's worth doing the Gauntlet. I can't get caught up when he does his jump back. That's what screws me like that. So I gotta be careful. I can't be overly aggressive. Oh, being overly aggressive is screwing me to this fight a little bit. Like there. Because if I'm stuck in the animation of swinging when he hits me with the bow, or when he jumps back, I can't parry. Katy parry. So, That's why I got to not over... We're doing very well right now. So far, no hit run, ladies and gents. You got to go a little bit slower. Like, it's aggressive, yes, but not just spamming the attack button is my point. Because right there, I closed the gap a little easier. Because I wasn't just... I took a step forward first, right? Is that a no-hit run on Genichiro? Is that a no-hit run on Genichiro? Maybe? Ladies and gentlemen, no-hit run on Genichiro. Look at that. Boom. That's what we call progress with P. And then I jump into a Makiri counter. Jesus Christ almighty. Run in. No, or don't run in. Just get murdered by that. Alright, we're gonna run out. We're gonna reset. I gotta get away from the wall for a sec. Okay. One more heal, just be safe. Dodge in like an Elden Ring boss. Get in the corner, buddy. No one puts Genichiro in the corner except for me. I love when he's in the corner. Except when I missed that Fury. Oh, that hurts so much. Oh no. Run in. That tip is crazy, man. Carry that. Probably get him to phase 3 again. Holy moly. That's exactly what happens when you get too aggressive. That's exactly what happens. Screws up the rotation. You're so funny, Kill.
As many times as it takes.
Run in. There you go. Boom. Overly aggressive again. I want to jump in his head to maintain that stagger, but I screwed that up. Jesus Christ! Jesus, I gotta heal, man. Gotta try to heal if I can. Let him reset his stagger meter a bit. I'll build it up pretty quick. Gonna get him to phase 3 in a second. Makiri that in phase 3. Phase 3. Again. Again, guys. Phase 3. Hi, Vanilla. It's wonderful to see you. Oh, screwed that up. It's gonna break my meter, which is not good. I gotta get out of the wall. Oh my god. Let me heal up. That was well done. Nice! We're getting better at it, boys. We're getting much better at it, that's for sure. Much better. Look at that. Much better. Little late there, but we're okay. Look at that, boys! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And Makiri? No, take the res, take the res, take the res. Come on, take the res. He filled my stagger meter a little bit too much there, but we're getting it. Thrilled he did it so often this time. That's amazing. That's good practice, and that's it. Look at that. We got it again. We're getting so much better at this. We're getting so much better. That's 3 times you've got it now. Oh, thank you, Vanilla. I sincerely appreciate that. That means a lot, really. I sincerely appreciate that. But it's hard to get in the Gauntlet, man. Like, the problem is you got to get a first shot in the Gauntlet. It's tough. Let's give it one more attempt with this practice, and then if we can get it again, I feel like maybe it's good enough to try in the Gauntlet. We'll give it one more attempt. If we can take him to death again, we'll do it. Wow, you guys have been going off comments. Man, the 2 of you together would be a reality show. It'd be a lot of fun. God. Satisfactory. Wow. These guys are playing their, like, have you heard of, what do you call it? Hold on, you said the name there a second ago. Have you heard of Satisfactory? Vanilla? Is that something that you would play? Is Sky Factory different than Satisfactory? Are they two separate games? Alright, let's try this one more time, see if we can get it. If we can, we'll try the Gauntlet again. That really means a lot. Vanilla, coming from you, that really means a lot. I really appreciate that compliment. It feels like we've improved a lot, but, you know, it's hard to tell sometimes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna no-hit Dimichiro again? Phase 1 again? No hit? I lied. We got hit. That was close though, boys. That was very close. Oh, we're getting hit a lot now. I think what we're really getting hit with is arrogance. That's what we're really getting hit with here, ladies and gentlemen. God, nah, I was dumb. Oh, that was so dumb! Okay, it's phase 1. Let's reset. Let's run all the way. All the way. Oh, that was dumb. I thought that was a jump. Dummy. We're okay. We don't need potions. Nah, not for Genichiro. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Screw that up. Take the res. I have lots of potions. I didn't want to use them because I want to get the mechanics right. There's no point of like, I don't want to like, I know you can get it with the potions. I know technically, but sort of death by 1,000 Genichiro cuts, right? And we're so close as well. I don't want to use his SGG. I was trying to heal, but thank you. Enjoy your wings. It's wonderful to talk. Thank you so much. I need just a second. Sorry, guys. Phone call again. Very busy day today. Sorry, guys. Tougher to reach than the president. That's a reference to Casino, which no one probably got. Lil bro brings a bow to a sword fight. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the screaming cat, I believe, right? It's what's weird is on my phone, it doesn't show 7TV. I feel like I gotta download the app to see it, maybe. I don't know how that works. Because I'm using the official Twitch app. It doesn't show me the 7TV thing. It's only on my computer. I wonder if the 7TV app integrates with the Twitch app. I wonder how that works. Fuck that up. That was bad timing. Shit. Jesus Christ, boys. Reaction time of I don't know what. Reaction time of Ishin. Ishin beat this guy. That's death. Yeah. Broke my stance. Nothing you can do. Yeah, I know. It's weird when you see the letters. I agree. I don't know why. On my computer, I see them. Oh, we died. So if I download 7TV on my phone, does it show it on my phone? How does that work? I mean, to be fair, I'm just looking at chat on my phone right now because my game is full screen, so I can't look at chat on my computer. But I'm hoping by like August I'll be able to get a second monitor and I'll be able to. It won't be an issue anymore, anyways. But I gotta keep checking, because the wind is a bit sketch. That's why I got a phone call from the missus. She's gonna be home soon. She's like, just check the stuff on the balcony. The flowers might get like, knocked around and stuff, so I gotta just be mindful of that. Didn't know if you'd get that, ladies and gentlemen. Dead. There's nothing. What do you do? What do you do when he breaks your stance with that slam? You can't Makiri it. Is there anything I can do, or is it just shit out of luck? That was my screw up. I attacked got greedy. My fault. That should be phase 3. Perfect. Or phase 2, rather. Let's reset for a sec. Can I just say, like I said, we switched skins, and all of a sudden, boom, we're getting him in phase 3. So maybe it is the skin. I was right. That's GG. Take the res. Canada. Why, is it I have an accent or something? I've heard that sometimes. Some people say I sound like I'm American. It's funny because the Americans say I sound Canadian, and some of the Canadians say I sound American. So I don't know. I'm a man with no land. Oh yeah. Canada. Bro, perfection! Woo! Look at that. That was cinematic, ladies and gentlemen. Phase 3 again. But it's still a little bit slops. We're getting that better, though. We're getting much better at that, though, which is cool. Getting much better at the timing with that. Fucked up. Jeez, I gotta heal up, man, or I'm gonna die. I'll try to run away for a sec. Take the res. There's nothing I could do. I needed a second to breathe. I was gonna die anyways. I was full stagger. You gonna heal up from that? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Let's go. Oh, that was a jump. Shit, I forget about that, man. Oh, jump. Yeah, I forget. I want to Makiri that. So we got him again. So we get him sometimes. I guess I did say if we got them again, then we would try the Gauntlet. So we'll try the Gauntlet. It still doesn't feel clean enough, but wow, 11. May I ask where you're from? That's quite late. Am I like Europe? If I were to guess, like Europe or something, maybe. All right. So we got it again. So we'll try the Gauntlet. A little bit sketch magetch, but Eastern Europe, Romania, very very nice. I actually have family that was well, both Russia and Hungary, but I think Hungary is a little bit closer to Romania, right? Am I? Unless I maybe don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Spoiler alert, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, neighbors, I thought so. Yeah, because my grandfather, who was Hungarian, he spoke Romanian, as well as like Hungarian and a few other languages. I think the neighboring countries, I think he spoke it just because I guess he lived around so many of the people from those places and associated with them that you pick up on the language sort of passively. All right, let's try the Gauntlet, try our best. I've never been to Hungary, but it looks beautiful. All of Eastern Europe looks beautiful. Looks very old, and it seems like you guys respect your history a little bit more than we do here. We just tear down older buildings, but you guys seem to honor them a little bit more, which is beautiful. I think it's important. We can't wait to tear down old historic buildings. Can't do it fast enough. Build lifeless condos that then get torn down after a year. Oh, I didn't realize that. I've never seen him do that, I don't think. I don't think he's ever done that. Sounds like a Makiri. But he threw it. We're really sloppy today. Floppy jalopy. Let's just heal up for a sec. That one fucks me every time, so I don't see it coming. Must have messed that one. This is a really dog shit run, huh? You want to get Genichiro like this? Imagine this is the time we get Genichiro when we're doing this bad on Oniwa. Senpai Oniwa? I'm using words I don't know what they mean. I think it means like father or some father figure, isn't it? Torn will come in and give me a lesson in Japanese. I learned so much from you guys. You guys taught me gooning. Learned a little bit about woke last time. I mean, I hear these terms. I don't know what they mean though, right? Like I live in my own world. If it's not about Batman or video games, I'm not paying attention. No, I didn't mean for the communist buildings as much. I meant more like older churches or like historical monuments, stuff like that. Like you'd be surprised, a lot of stuff gets torn down in Canada. Historical buildings, they fight for it, but somehow it still happens. Often what has happened a lot in Toronto is like there'll be a historical building that they'll fight for, and they'll get it up, and then suddenly a year or two later, like all of a sudden there's some kind of electrical fire and the place burns down. It's like, how convenient, huh? Now you can build there. It's crazy. It's crazy how that happens. It's happened a lot. More than twice, I think more than 3 times in recent years. It's very strange. It actually happened recently. There was a very old building that had a strange electrical fire. And they were able to save some of it, and then it happened again. It's like, it's weird, huh? It's so strange. It literally happened twice. After it happened the first time, it didn't finish the job, it happened again, and then it really finished the job. It just seems like so, not to get Alex Jonesy, it just seems like strange. Canada's not bad. It's not awful. It's certainly better than other places, that's for sure. But I think every country has things that are really good and things that could use a little bit more work. But for the most part, I think Canada's a mostly good place for the most part. I think it's more It's more some of the people that are currently in power are just short-sighted, I believe. That's more, I think, what the issue is. They seem to be just focusing on their own personal benefits or career, not the betterment of the country as a whole. And what I mean by that is just maintaining historical monuments and maintaining the history and stuff like that. Which I think is important. It's important until you remember your history and maintain like things like that. Unfortunately, we've lost a lot of parks, which is really, really sad because we had a lot of beautiful land in Canada. So it's sad to lose parks like condominiums. God, I gotta heal, man. I'm gonna die. That was sloppy. There we go. We got it though. Sloppy jalopy. They light fires, call them wildfires, and the mayor fights over who should repair and steal some money. Yeah, that honestly sounds about right. We've had pretty bad wildfires in Canada, and I always wonder, like, I'm sure some of it is natural, but I bet some of it is like, not even necessarily like it's like someone. I think it's a lot of it's mistakes. I think it's idiot people doing things they shouldn't be doing, lighting things they shouldn't be doing, like lighting fires when they ask not to because it's not safe, because it's too dry or whatever, and it can start a wildfire, and they do it anyways. Or playing with fireworks, stuff like that. I think it's a lot of it, and it's like, jeez, man. And you have to wonder, like, of course they're not going to report it; they don't get in trouble. But like, imagine living with that. They probably don't. I don't know if they have guilt, but Jesus, knowing that you're partially responsible maybe for some kind of tragedy like that across the entire nation is crazy. Alright, we gotta get away from this. It's too hairy, man. Screw it. Just let it reset. Let it reset. I don't care. We'll just redo the phase. Okay, we run away from these. Recently in Manitoba, there's been some crazy wildfires, and we've been getting lots of smoke here even. And it was hard. There was a point where we couldn't even go outside. There was like a warning for the air quality. It sucks. That's GG. We died on Lady Butterfly, imagine that. Oh, we didn't. I thought we died. Okay, gotta reset again. How annoying is that? God, this fight is so annoying. He's such an annoying boss. Such an annoying phase, man. Just waiting. I hate the waiting. Let me get into it. Gotta run from these stupid things. We were very sloppy this time anyways. Hit the wall. That's frustrating as hell. Now I gotta try to fight her before she does this stupid phase again. Should be it. That's it. Jesus, now we can pick an Ichiro. Or probably intentional wildfires in your house is just a profit from house insurance. Yeah, I heard about stuff like that supposedly in like Hawaii or something. Supposedly, people were said like that was a bit strange when the Hawaii wildfires happened. Which was a tragedy. I remember lots of people lost their homes and very sad. You know, it's amazing, like, Not in a good way, not in a good amazing, but just yeah, I remember when it happened in Los Angeles, it was crazy. It's just like we've come so far technologically in the medical field, exploring science, exploring the depths of the ocean, but like weather sometimes just there's nothing you can do sometimes, just takes you out. Whether it's fires or winds or floods or hurricanes, like tech has gotten good. It's not that good. We still can't control the weather. And when the weather wants to like be that disastrous, you just gotta brace for impact. It's very scary. I'm very fortunate to live like where I live in that regard, because we don't seem to deal with like too much. Like I know a lot of people that live in the Philippines. Personally, I know them, and they tell me all the time about monsoon season, and you just gotta like buckle up and hope for the best because it's incredibly destructive every year, and I can't imagine. The same with Florida though. Florida seems to get pretty intense. Is it hurricanes they get? I think tornadoes are like Kansas, right? They get hurricanes, I think. It seems like they get it very regularly as well, and it's very destructive as well. And it's just like to have to live around that and know it's coming, and there's not really much you can do. You try your best to like prepare for it, but ultimately you don't know how bad it's going to be every time. Sometimes it's worse than others. It's I don't know. And you're just fortunate for being lucky to be born here, and it's all. It's just luck. There's no other reason, right? We get very cold. It gets like -30. But it's still not like monsoons or hurricanes or the earthquakes they get in like California or the wildfires.
With me.
Screwed that up. So far, so good. So far, so good, boys. Like, come on.
The power of a dragon's blood. Then kill you as many times.
Oh, I didn't reset my thing. We're doing this without heals. Oh my god. How dumb am I? I forgot it doesn't reset between. I totally forgot about that. There's no way we're getting this perfect. There's absolutely no way. No way. It's not happening. That sucks. I have to go through that all over again because it doesn't it's so annoying. It doesn't reset, man. It's so annoying. You have to manually hit rest. Well, practice. Just gonna break my stance here. That's GG, boys. Go again.
Glory of us.
That's frustrating. I'll give it one more attempt, then we may just like fuck around with New Game Plus or something. That's frustrating. It's so frustrating. I'm so used to it resetting because the other version just resets it automatically. Let's practice it again, see if we can do it right. I guess we don't need to practice it. We can just try Gauntlet again. Screw it. We got the other two down. Just, God, Lady Butterfly is so annoying. That's true. You're right. This is sort of strange. I was watching a documentary last night. I can share it in the Discord if anyone's into this kind of stuff. It was about deep-sea creatures, and footage was like unbelievable. It was almost better than the stuff you see on BBC. And the guy that made it is just he's just an editor. He said mostly he just does narration. But he said the footage was given to him by deep-sea divers that used a robot to get a lot of this footage that they'd never gotten before, and it was absolutely incredible. I could not believe what I was watching. I didn't even finish it because it was getting late and I wasn't able to pay attention. I was falling asleep. But it's like, my God, the footage they got of these deep sea fish, deep in the Marianas Trench and the Twilight Zone and all the different levels, and it's explaining the different like depths and it's so clear. It was incredible to see. I can't wait to watch it again like tonight. I find it both creepy but also relaxing to watch late at night because it's completely dark and the screen is entirely dark except for these like weird glowing fish. It's just it looks so alien. The deep sea is very scary but just stunning in a weird frightening kind of way. I don't know how much you guys are into nature. I love nature shit, so I watch that kind of like space and animals and nature. I'm really into that kind of stuff. I watch it all the time, documentaries. Sloppy jalopy today, boys. Sorry. Oh my God, I thought I hit him. I thought he was gonna be broken. I missed that. Too far away. I'm misjudging. I'm an idiot. Oh, get him phase one here. And I heard yesterday, I was reading up on, I couldn't sleep last night, so I was reading up, I was watching all kinds of silly videos and stuff, and there was scientists explaining the idea of gravity, and they said, like, no one wants to admit this, but we don't truly understand gravity. Like, we know we understand gravity, but like we don't really. It's just a part of the universe. It always has been. We don't truly understand like gravity or dark matter like as much as people would expect us to. They're like, we know we account for it in mathematics and physics, but like we don't know why. Because why not? Is sort of his point. He's like, it doesn't, like, why did it have to be? Why could it just not be? Like, the chaos of it, it just is. So we just accept it as is sort of his point. But it's, he said that and dark matter are both like, they're absolutes of the universe and our existence and the way we like operate in this Milky Way. But and probably other places as well. But he's like, we don't know why not. If that makes sense. It's just something you just accept, and we as scientists like know it exists and know to consider it. But it's not measurable the same way lots of other things are measurable or identifiable the way other things are identifiable. We account for it, but like he says that we only know about it because I think the way they explain dark matter is they know dark matter exists because there's resistance when things are moving through space. And for a long time they're like, well, what's causing that resistance? And they said whatever that force is. He kept calling it a force. That's what we refer to as dark matter. He's like, but we don't know what it is really. We just call it dark matter because it's just something that creates like resistance in space. And it's like, that's weird to hear scientists talk like that. I thought it was really, really cool, really strange but neat. And I thought it's interesting. Like, very few I think like are willing to admit, like not even like celestial bodies like that's like they're just like. Gravity like is this force, but we don't really know like why not? Like, why is it a force? Why does it have to be a force? Why does the universe make this force? It's just all we've ever known. But like, I think his point is we don't know why really. We just know it is, if that makes sense. Which seems a little bit abstract, but I think we expect an answer to everything. Everything should have like a reason, and it is something that always has been. In order for the universe to be the way the universe is, there's just gravity and dark matter. And it's just this all-encompassing force that's always been there and maintains the state of the universe because it's always been there. But the way he was saying is sort of like it didn't need to be, and if it wasn't, like things would be different. But it isn't. It's the way it is, so that's why things are the way they are. But like, what if they weren't? And it's just, I don't know. It's just, I thought it was just an interesting way to look at it. Because I feel like you would expect them, like, you know, Neil deGrasse Tyson would like say it some condescending way, like what gravity is and why we know it exists. But he's saying like, yeah, we know gravity exists, but like to actually identify it, other than just being generic and calling it this like force in nature that all things are imprisoned by, in a sense, for the most part, right? Like, it's interesting. I just think it's fascinating. Like, it's so much. The scale of it is so large. The idea of it is so large and all-consuming, I guess, that it's hard to explain. I guess it's such an abstract idea. I thought it was really cool, though. I mean, I'm way out of my element, but I like when the way you mentioned it like that. I'm like, it's so cool that even scientists sometimes like struggle with these like the abstraction of like how complex like our world is. And I think even with that, to be able to use it in like calculations and account for it and use it in the sciences to make sure we can like do space travel safely, I think it's fascinating. Because even with our limited knowledge of like what all this stuff is and how it works, we're still able to like add it to equations or whatever and take it into consideration to make sure that like missions and stuff are like as safe as can be for the people going on them, stuff like that. So Torrin said it better than I said it. We understand gravity, we don't understand how it came to be. Like, I think humans struggle with abstraction and the chaos of it all. So we put things in boxes, and that's what, like, I feel like a lot of how we got mathematics, because without mathematics everything would mean nothing in a sense. Everything would be chaos just because. So like we need to like, but the truth is And it sounds so dumb, maybe, but like, I think things are so unbelievably complex, and it seems like every year there's constant breakthroughs. As new people are making new discoveries, as technology is getting better, we're realizing like things are way more complicated than they've ever been. And even if you look at like from the '60s to like now, it seems like we're learning more about like quantum physics, and we get that particle accelerator, and it's the universe is so complex, and it seems like we have like perfect conditions to exist and be humans and live here and have a planet with oxygen and the atmosphere, and it's like, but none of it had to be. Like, the chance of that is so crazy when you really think about it. It's nuts. It's a trippy thought. Well, so Torin said, I don't find it surprising. Science is about recognizing and admitting to what we don't know. Tell that to Neil deGrasse Tyson. The rate at which technology evolved in the last 20 years makes me believe that by 2050 we'll have some crazy ass tech. Yeah, I hope by like 2050 we have like really hot like robot like cat girls. That'd be real poggers. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, if we're lucky at least. But no, I mean, I'm waiting for someone to try to like stop death. Like, whether it's like uploading your consciousness into like a server, like so you could live forever, or like I feel like rich people don't want to die. No one wants to die, but I feel like especially people that are like really living high on the horse, like they don't want this party to end. I did forget to reset. I thought I did reset, but I guess I didn't. But it's fine. Got logged. But I'm waiting for someone to try to like. And many sci-fi stories have been told about this idea of like trying to prolong the idea of death or live forever, but you know someone's gonna be crazy enough to try to do it. I know Brian Johnson, that weird dude, he's trying to stay young forever. Why is that Makiri not working? My fingers were off the controller intentionally, so that wouldn't happen, man, and it still happened. Okay, we reset our stagger boost, that's good. Gotta be careful. There we go, that Makiri worked. Okay, Makiri that. So far so good for phase 1. I don't want to stop the fight to heal, just because he's so high, you can res. If we need to res, we get 3 reses anyways. So I want to try to push him to phase 2 if we can. Like right here, we'll probably get him if I'm lucky. There you go, right? Now we can heal, perfect. Now we'll run away and heal if we can. Perfect. Look at that. Perfect. This is so far really good, guys. We're in a really good spot. We're gonna Makiri that. We're gonna close the distance because we Makiri'd. Probably gonna jump back soon. We're gonna play patient. Perfect. Fuck that up. It's okay. We're doing okay, boys. Makiri that. Good job, boys. We're almost in phase 3. Okay, it's fine. We got a res. We got half health and he's almost fully staggered. We're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. We're gonna Makiri that. That's gonna raise the stagger a bit. Amazing. Somehow he screwed that up. That's okay. Shit. That was lucky. That's death. Damn, man. That was so good. Damn. There was no chance the world developed to what it is. What do you mean by that? Hold on, what did you guys say? Since it's against our nature, even planets die, so we need a miracle for that. But I really do think by 2050 we'll find a cure for every incurable disease. No, I know what you're saying. There's also a probability new incurables illnesses can evolve the human body. Yeah, it's interesting, huh? What's I find very interesting is god damn, man, that sucked. We were doing pretty good. We can give it like one more attempt, I think. Do you guys know about like super bugs, I think? Or super bacteria, I think it is. They said because antibiotics are overused so much that a lot of these infections are developing resistance to the antibiotics, and we're starting to run out of variations of antibiotics because they're so resistant to the ones that we commonly use, azithromycin, penicillin, stuff like that, that it's very rare when people get these, but when people do get them, there are types of infections that are heavily resistant to antibiotics, and it's really difficult to treat because you get to the point where you're almost killing the person as much as you're killing the bacterial infection. And they found a few even in the Amazon, I believe, of these like super aggressive bacterias. And they said like if one were to get out, it would be very scary because we're not there well enough yet where we could like treat it because of how resistant they are and how aggressive they are. And it makes sense because, you know, everything, including us, their entire existence is trying to survive. So of course they're gonna, bugs do the same thing. I've heard this many times. We've used so many pesticides on like spider mites and aphids that we've gotten to the point where we have to use such aggressive pesticides because they develop such immunity that the pesticides are almost hurting the humans at this point more than they're hurting the bugs, because the bugs, within 2 or 3 generations, start developing immunity to it. That's why it's called integrated pest management. No one fucking cares, but when you're using pesticides on plants, generally you have to rotate between three different types regularly, so it helps prevent the pests from developing immunity to it because they evolve so quickly. The pests, spider mites, aphids, which are very destructive to plants and agriculture. It's a constant game of cat and mouse, where the farmers are constantly trying to make pest-resistant plants, but the pests are so hyper-aggressive and becoming so resistant to everything that they're like they're becoming immune to a lot of poisons. So we're using like all these super radioactive poisons that are almost killing us as much as it's killing them. But it seems like the answer, as hippie as this sounds, is just using like integrated pest management, they call it. You're just using predators. So instead of killing bugs with pesticides, you kill bugs with other bugs that don't bother the plants. Bugs that are predators that eat the bad bugs but don't affect the plants. But you know, it's not in vogue, so people don't do that. But it has been proven to be very effective. There's all kinds of predatory bugs that eat the bugs that hurt our plants but don't actually harm our plants themselves. So maybe that's the future. That's what a lot of these people are saying, at least. Autoimmune diseases, just thinking about the body can negatively react to itself, trying to heal. It's mind-blowing. Yeah, I mean, this stuff fascinates me, and it's not conspiratorial. It's just interesting stuff. Like, and I wondered this for a long time. Like, you know, right now we fight with like bombs and stuff, but you watch all these films like James Bond or Mission Impossible, and I always wondered like biological warfare, like using like viruses and stuff. Is probably the future, I would imagine, of like warfare, right? Or because it would be so super effective. The problem is like it would be hard to avoid it yourself, I think. Once it's spread, like that movie Contagion was a very scary movie. One of the scariest films I've ever seen with Matt Damon. It was so scary because it spread so quick, and then at the end of the movie you actually see how it spread. And it goes to show like how like the smallest thing is, we're so helpless to it. It's frightening. And it can just come from like a bat in a cave, you know, that we never knew existed, and you know, because like animals carry all kinds of stuff, and like The Last of Us, that's exactly what The Last of Us is, where it transmits to humans. There's all kinds of very deadly infectious diseases and stuff that don't transmit to humans, but eventually it could evolve, and then it doesn't turn you into zombies, but it just, you know, it's like that Matt Damon movie, where it's really hard to treat, and it's scary because it's, you know, while you're trying to figure it out, in the meantime, people are getting sicker by the minute, and I don't mean to scare people. It's just, you know, nature is fascinating. It's so, because everything has the will to live, including this bacteria. We look at it like the enemy, but it's just trying to survive. That's all it's doing. It's not nefarious. It's just the same way we fight to survive, it also fights to survive. So I just think that's really very interesting. That's all. I probably lost all my viewers. But yeah, I think it's really cool. I think science is really neat, just when you learn about this kind of stuff. I listen to a lot of like random podcasts with just like people that are way smarter than myself, and they just scare the shit out of me with these really cool ideas. That Matt Damon movie, though, Contagion, is a really, really fun movie, and I've actually heard from supposed experts that it's one of the more accurate films as far as what would happen if, God forbid, something like that were to actually happen in real life. They said they portrayed it fairly accurately. They hired a lot of experts when they made the film to try to make sure that it was reasonably accurate while still being entertaining. And it's interesting just because, like, usually you watch monster movies and the monster's like some kind of big monster or big shark or dinosaurs like Jurassic Park, and in Contagion it was just a bacteria. You couldn't see it, you didn't know who was infected. It was like, you know, it's a very different perspective on like a monster movie in a sense. It's a very creative way to tell a story, in my opinion. Matt Damon's fun, right? Who doesn't like Matt Damon? I mean, I'd watch almost anything he's in. He's such a fun actor. He did such a good job in that film, I thought. Nice, we got her. Now we got Genichiro. Yeah, no, look, I love Neil deGrasse Tyson. I just think sometimes he's a little bit condescending or rude. I feel like he could deliver his message a little bit better, a little bit in a nicer way. But I do enjoy him. I do enjoy, you know, he has some really neat talks. Sean Carroll, Lawrence Krauss, I think his name is. They're astrophysicists. They have a lot of neat conversations as well. Well, that's just it, right? Like that's why the whole thing about like nuclear bombs or this kind of warfare is. Yeah, no, me too. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, they're very effective, but at the cost of like destroying everyone, including yourself, not just your enemy. So like you gotta be very careful. Like it's almost like it's a weapon that it's good to have, I guess, because you want to be able to have that power, but like at what cost? Maybe you win, maybe you kill the enemy, but like you also kill everyone else. It's I don't know. It's didn't they call it the God particle or something like that? Or no, that's the Hadron Collider or whatever. But like, just the nuclear bomb, man, feels like playing too much like God. Like it's way too destructive, man. All right, lock in, ladies and gents. So far, so good. My stance, I'm afraid, is gonna break soon. I gotta be careful. Let's reset. Let's heal up. Got lucky. Oh. Pretty good spot, ladies and gentlemen. Doing pretty good so far. Pretty good. Pretty good. Hold on, I'm gonna see what you said in just a second. Oppenheimer was really fun about the nuclear bomb. That was a really fun movie. I really enjoyed it. But it's funny how even he felt like that hurt. Like it wasn't a good idea to be messing around with that kind of thing. Like he knew, it seemed like, or like all of them, I guess, you know. Einstein especially, I think, was very hesitant to use it. I think they stole his ideas. That was sort of his thing. I think he was very against it, but they sort of... I think after he pulled out even, they still took his work and used it, which I think he struggled with later in life. I think he mentioned in one of his autobiographies. Take the res.
The dragon's blood. Kill you as many times as it takes.
Okay. Screw that up. We're in a good spot. Nice, phase 3. Very good spot, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we can get this and we'll get it. Messed the timing up. That sucks. That's really unfortunate. That, I guess I got stuck in the animation. That's unfortunate. You have to reset. Nice. Okay. You have a res though, which is huge. Huge. Let's get out of that. Let's get out of that. Heal up really quick if we can. Man, it doesn't heal fast enough. It doesn't, Nice. This could be it. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. I think we got it, boys. Look at that. I think we got it. I think we did it, boys. I think we did it. Look at that. Hi, how are you? Everything okay? Yeah, give me just 1 second. Alright, boys, just 1 second. Nice. 1 second. We did it, boys. Talk about timing. Look at that. Just gotta close the cam for a second. Boys, that was really exciting. Sorry, the message just has to run by really quick, but that's it, right? Or was that not? That was it. No, we got it. 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 Okay. Yeah, pogging. Pog. Yeah, we were very lucky with the lightning. We did it 3 times in a row. Look at that. Memory Inner Ganishiro. So how do I already have that? I don't understand. Is that a different one? Because I have 2 of them now. We got Sakura Dance. Interesting. Poggies, poggers. Yeah, dude. So let's enhance our physical attributes or our attack power. A young Genichiro watched as Tomei danced. Her movements held secrets and a high technique that not even a lifetime could attain. And yet, in memory, after countless bouts with his mortal enemy, Genichiro at last reached those heights. Not for long. So now if we look at reflection of strength, are there 2 Genichiros? So how did I already have it? I don't understand. That's so strange. That I've been doing it here the whole time. So I unlocked it again. What does that mean? Oh, now you fight its memory permanently. And increase your attack power. I understand. Thank you so much. Okay. So we have this one to do. I don't think we're gonna get this one. Maybe we'll play around with Vanilla. I'm sorry. I feel like I asked this already. I'm gonna ask one more time. If we do this in New Game Plus, and I get more attack power from fighting all the bosses, and I do this again, will I have increased attack power for these guys? I think you said I would, right? It's fine. Yeah, you should. Okay, so we might do that. We might mess around with New Game Plus. I think we're gonna call it there. Look, I'm thrilled. We got it. That's how we ended it. It's a successful stream. Sorry about the rambles about fun science, crazy ideas. I hope you guys didn't take it too seriously. It's all just in good fun. But I think we'll call it there just because I got a call from the parents that they'd like to see me tonight, which was unexpected, but I'll take the opportunity. But look, at least we got it done. At least it wasn't a clickbait title. It was right at the end, but we did get it. We got very lucky with the lightning, but I'm grateful for everybody's help. Next stream will be Sunday, if not before. So a few days away, not too long. You're welcome to join the Discord. I have some potentially bad news for some of you guys. We might take a break from Sekiro. We've beat the game. We've beat the first Gauntlet. I think so far on Discord, people have voted Batman. Batman Arkham Asylum is our next game. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Might be 1 or 2 streams, maybe 3 at most. It's a fairly short game, Arkham Asylum. But if you guys aren't going to hang out because it's not your game, I appreciate you guys being here for the Souls games. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully you'll stick around for the future because there will be more Souls games after this. We're probably playing Night Rain very soon. Eventually down the line we're going to play Black Myth Wukong, Liza P, all the Dark Souls. There's a lot to play, so while the next game may not be a Souls game directly, I promise there will be more Souls games. So at least if you follow or join the Discord or subscribe to the YouTube, you can check in from time to time and find when we're playing a Souls game again. Yeah, I would love to do more, honestly. For sure. Thank you guys for the chats today. It was a lot of fun. Thank you to Alaya Carter, if I'm saying that name right. Maybe, probably not. For the follow. We reached 40 today. That's like absolutely surreal. Thank you, Vanilla, for your help. All the people that helped me with this fight. But we'll chat soon. See you guys in the Discord. Hopefully Batman next. Have a wonderful weekend.